In this video, I'll be talking about how you can get a loan without having a credit score or without using your credit score to qualify for that loan. So fun fact here is that you don't need credit to get loans, and you can actually get a mortgage without a credit score. You can also get a personal loan without a credit score, and there are ways to work around your credit to get the loans that you want. So in this video, I'll be talking about these methods, especially for those people who just don't want to establish any credit and they need other options in terms of getting loans. Now, first of all, we'll be kicking this video off with a giveaway of $100 with one lucky winner each week of $25. And all you have to do for a chance to win is to comment below, as we'll be randomly selecting one of the comments for a winner, and then hop on over to my website and subscribe with your email address, as that's where we'll be announcing the winners every single week. Also, if you're new to the channel, my name is Eann, and on this channel I talk about ways to make money, ways to save money, ways to invest your money. I talk about banking apps and credit cards and everything to do with personal finance. So if you like these videos and you like these types of topics, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It's 100% free to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and that way you'll never miss the updates of when I post new videos, which is every single day on this channel. Now, the first type of loan that we'll be talking about is the mortgage, and this is a loan that almost everyone will be trying to get at some point in their lifetime. So the traditional way of getting a mortgage would be for you to establish credit by using a credit card or having a car loan or a personal loan, and the higher your credit score, the better your loan terms will be for that mortgage. Now, to work around this, if you don't have a credit score and you have no credit, you can still get a mortgage, but you have to apply with a mortgage company that does manual underwriting. Now, manual underwriting is when they ignore the fact that you don't have any credit, and instead they take a look at your recent rent payment history, your utility bills, and every other payment that you make frequently. They'll then look at your income to see if you can actually afford the payments for the home that you're trying to purchase. They'll take your down payment into consideration, and when applying for a mortgage with manual underwriting, you will be expected to make more than 3 or 3.5% in a down payment. You'll normally have to make a down payment of at least 20% of the cost of the property that you're trying to purchase. It'll also take into consideration your debt to income ratio and look at any other debts that you have and how much you're paying on those debts and how much money you actually have that's free from the money that you earn each month to be able to service that mortgage that you're applying for. Now, manual underwriting works best if you are very good with your finances, else they'll be looking back at the past months and years of your earnings, your bills, and your banking history to see if you're really good with your finances and if you will be likely to be making those payments if they offer you that mortgage loan. So the point here is that yes, you can use your credit score to qualify for a mortgage, but if you don't have a credit score, you can still get a mortgage. You can still get that loan if you do manual underwriting. Now, one of the downsides is that not all mortgage companies do this, so depending on where you are, it may be a little harder to find a mortgage company to work with, but they're out there and you can definitely find them and you can get your mortgage without ever having a credit score. Now, the second loan that we're going to be talking about that you can get with no credit, or even if you have bad credit, is the car loan. This is probably the most popular loan on the market today. Now, if you have no credit or a bad credit score, you can still get qualified for a car. This is usually because the loan will be secured by the car that you're actually purchasing. This is why car dealerships and loan companies will give you more than you can afford for a car very easily, because they know that if you don't make the payments, they can easily repo that car, sell it again, make their money, and they won't be losing anything. So if you have bad credit or you have no credit, you'll need to have a decent down payment for that car that you're trying to purchase. You'll also need to be able to prove that you've had a steady income for the past couple of months. And also you need to show that you have the earnings to make the payments for the car that you're trying to purchase. Now, this works if you have absolutely no credit, and if you have the worst of credit scores, this still works. In fact, I've seen car loans with close to 20% in interest for 7 years, and people are actually taking these loans. Now, of course, if you had a good credit score, then you would get favorable or more favorable loan terms. You may get 3 or 4%, or you get a loan with a 3 or 4% interest rate. But if you have no credit, they will increase the interest and they will use the car as security, and you can still get into a car very easily without having a credit score. Now, this is not something that I would recommend because obviously you're getting ripped off, or in my opinion, you're getting ripped off here by paying this ridiculous amount of interest. But if you have no other options and you really need a car and you need a loan to get a car, then you can still do this. Now, the next type of loan is the personal loan. Now, this one is probably a bit more complex and harder to get, especially depending on how much you want to borrow. So if you want to borrow maybe $500 to $1,000, then maybe it won't be hard because you can get a payday loan where they look at your income, your recent bill payment history, your debt to income ratio, and then if they think that you can afford to make the payments every single week or every month, then they'll give you that loan and pull the payments from your paycheck every week or every month. However, on the downside, or one of the downsides, is that of course they will double the interest payments or sometimes even triple the interest payments. So if you were to get a personal loan with a good credit score, you could be paying probably 5 to 6% in interest on that loan. If you have a really bad credit score, or if you have no credit at all, then you may be charged 14, 15, or even 16% in interest, which again is a ripoff in my opinion. So I would avoid this, but if you have no other options and you really need to borrow some money, then this is the next best thing. Now, if you want to get more favorable terms, you can use some sort of security to get that loan. And this is when you would either put a car or something of valuable like jewelry or high-end electronics and take out a loan against that property. Now, this could also be an investment account or a CD, and then you can borrow against that, and that way you'll get much more favorable terms and a much more favorable interest rate, and you won't get ripped off. Now, if you guys are already investing, especially in stocks, then this gets a lot easier because most brokerage accounts offer leverage where you can actually borrow against your investment. And M1 Finance, for example, which I use, allows you to borrow up to 30% off your investment portfolio, and you can get that money as cash to do whatever you want with it, and the payment and the interest is low. So if you really need a loan and you have investments or some type of brokerage account, then you can try that option first, as you'll get more favorable terms with doing it that way. So without making this video too long, this is how you can still get 3 of the most popular loans without having credit. And for mortgage with manual underwriting, I think the terms will be okay. But as for the other 2 loan types, the car and the personal loans, I think the terms are very unfavorable. And I definitely think this is a ripoff, and this is why I would instead try to build my credit. And that way, if I ever needed a car loan or a personal loan, I'd be able to get favorable terms on those loans. But if you have no other options right now and you have a really bad credit or no credit and you need a car or you need a personal loan, these are the options, and you can still get these loans without having a credit score. So with that said, I want you guys to comment below and let me know if you've ever used any of these methods of getting a loan without having a credit score. Have you ever done manual underwriting? Have you ever applied for a car loan with bad and no credit or no credit? Have you ever gotten a personal loan or a payday loan with a lot of interest? Also, comment below and let me know if you know of any other methods of getting loans without having a credit score, so we can see what they are, and this way this can potentially help anyone that comes across this video as well. So with all that said, I hope you guys like this video, and if that's the case, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel with notifications on. And I'm leaving a link below in the description to Webull, where you can get 2 free stocks when you deposit just $5 in that account. So be sure to grab your 2 free stocks, and I will see you guys tomorrow.